What is up, America / Minneapolis? Welcome to episode 8 of The People's Pitch. I am Nate, as always, joined by my co-host, John.
Hello, everyone.
I want to remind you, of course, that The People's Pitch is brought to you by Summit. Summit, the official craft beer of The People's Pitch. Hey, they're celebrating 3 decades of brewing with a unique 30th anniversary double IPA that is just delectable. I've been drinking it at my trivia night that I host. And it does me right. It does me right.
Humble
John.
brag.
Yep.
Humble brag.
For more information on that and all other Summit-related things, please visit summitbrewing.com. You'll learn a lot. A lot has happened, John, in U.S. soccer in the last week since our last show. We've got USA Guatemala. I mean, we came back with a pretty serious beatdown.
Yeah, here's the thing about that. I don't think that Guatemala played any better or worse in either game. Their goalie just ran out of get out of jail free cards. I don't think they were ever dangerous in the attack. We had some mishaps on the road in Guatemala, but I was never worried that we were going to lose the game on the good soil.
A lot of rumblings about the viability of the United States World Cup hopes.
I mean, if we lost, we had like a 10% chance.
Yeah.
But if we won, it's like a 92% chance of going. So there's a lot to figure out, but that's a discussion for another day.
USA Colombia also right afterwards. A lot worse.
Yeah. No shocker there that the under 23s once again did not qualify for the World Cup. I don't quite
Olympics.
The Olympics.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's why we're such a dynamic duo.
I got your back.
There's no
chemistry.
Yeah, there's no chemistry. When you take guys like Miazga and Morris and I think Kiesewetter were with the senior team, and then you just think like, hey, well, we're gonna play Colombia, so we're gonna throw these guys in there and then hope it works out. It doesn't work like that. It showed that not only did the Colombian players they've had, I think it was something like each player in the starting 11 had over 50 caps with a professional team in the first team at 23, where we had like 3 or 4. So not only did they have more experience and more time on the ball in a professional and hostile environment, but also like they've been playing together since they were kids. So It's like some of our guys have, but whatever. We didn't deserve it, and I can't believe we almost got out of Colombia with a 2-1 win. If Jordan Morris's weird outside the right foot shot didn't hit the crossbar, we would have won the game. But
wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered. Well, maybe we would have.
Yeah, I suppose.
We would have gone
different approach. In the second game.
It wouldn't have meant that we would have still not had 4 guys get sent off or whatever.
That was when we finished the game with like the goalie.
Yeah,
that was the worst.
Yeah, he's just like, come on, guys.
The other new U.S. soccer news is Wambach versus the Portland PD.
Yeah. So. I mean, what else do you do when you're a retired World Cup winner?
I guess you just party. I really did like though following the
comments,
the fallout on Twitter. I mean, we got Bedoya who's tweeting like tweeting about how that must have been the fault of a non-U.S. born player, and
right. And for those of you who don't know, so
not American or whatever he said. So
Wambach popped off, I believe, after she wins the World Cup, like the biggest stage ever. That she's on, but she popped off and said that unlike the men's team, that the women's team is more U.S. born or U.S. based. Which everyone who is on the national team has to be an American, whether it's naturalized or not.
You have to be a citizen.
You have to be a citizen. So that's where she lost out there. So Bedoya being Colombian American, he went off.
Who was born in Jersey, by the way.
Yeah, born in Jersey. Probably more American than her. Said
must have been a foreign American player's fault.
Yep.
And the best was Josie's comment then. Josie replies to him and he says, should have used one of them team vans.
Right. Just total rim shot.
Yeah, I mean that's a call out to Hope Solo.
Hope Solo, yeah, and quite possibly Josie's best finish of the year.
That was the best.
That was the best comment.
Josie's
that was on there.
Most clinical finish in years.
So drinking and driving is a serious thing. We don't condone it. However, I also don't condone someone like Abby Wambach trying to tell us that we can't produce a quality American striker. We're all American strikers. We're all American born. Like, reap what you sow, Miss Wambach.
So coming up today, we've got a recap of the weekend's watch parties and some events that we've been to around town. We've got listener email, which we always love. In studio, we've got associate head coach Jeremy Ivaskovic. Welcome. And live via Skype, we have our midfield wizard and master of the flow, Samuel Ruiz-Plaza.
Yep.
It'll be cool to talk to him.
Right. Will be very cool. But first, let's little listener email. You want to dive in, or you want me to dive in?
No, I got it. Okay. So listener Matt Ellenberger, he wrote us the other day, and he says he's looking forward to the kit reveal on the 14th, and that's coming up at Kieran's. We'll have more details about that later. But he says he's really proud that our kit, at least from the concepts, is unique, and it's able to stand on its own without too much borrowed from other teams, which I like. I think that happens a lot.
Right.
In professional soccer, is a lot of borrowing, a lot of rip-off artists out there.
Yeah.
But he says, however, I just saw Real OKC's shirts come out the other day. He noticed right away that they copied Rayo Vallecano's kit down to the letter. I mean, it's an obscure. They ripped off an obscure team, but that's cool. Yeah. His question is then, if Minneapolis City had to wear another team's kit, what team would it be and why? We've got some thoughts.
Sure. I'll go first. This is John.
Mm-hmm. Hello, John.
I would go with the 2013-14 Manchester United plaid jerseys. I own 2 of the 3 of them. I think they're great, and it would also, depending upon the color scheme, kind of throw back to Paul Bunyan, maybe. A little plaid shirt, hipster culture.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Perhaps in a black, gray, and white Minneapolis City SC color palette would be great. So that's what I would go with.
Oh, you could probably sell, like, versions of the kit at like Ascot Finlayson and get real hipster with it.
I mean, we could put it on Etsy.
Oh, super trendy. Mine is rooted in non-reality. Actually, I guess it's real. I've just never seen it. So I play a lot of FIFA 16, and I've unlocked Manchester City's alternate kit.
The black one?
The black one. It's like all black. It's probably from like the 1800s when they first started.
Weird cross on the chest.
Oh, it's just all black with like whatever that, the Crusaders cross or whatever it is.
That's a swastika.
No, it's not. I don't think they'd put it in the game. Anyway, it's just all black, and I think that is sweet. It's just going on the field with just total blackout uniforms would be really cool. That's kind of why I like our home uniform.
I mean, it's not black.
No, but I mean, just in general, I like the dark color scheme.
Right, exactly. But yeah, so those would be our 2, Mr. Ellenberger.
But he's excited to see the uniforms. It sounds like he even likes the pink.
Yes.
The pink alternate, which I was down at the local on Saturday, and I was down there with Dan Hudeman. We were talking some people up, but Dan was telling me that the players really ended up picking the alternate pink.
Yeah.
That Trent kind of came up with it as like a, hey, F you to soccer culture. We're going to be a little punk with it and throw our visiting kits, throw some pink in there.
Yep.
And so Dan sent an email out to everyone that had signed so far and said, hey, would you guys play if it was pink?
Right.
And they said, heck yeah. And Duncan, I think, even responded, which makes sense for Duncan, who's weird, and he says goalkeepers have to be weird. He's like, screw it, man. If we don't all wear the pink, I will wear the pink. He'd wear it anyway.
Well, right. So we let the players decide. Then Coach Keith was like, I don't want to wear pink. No one likes pink.
Everyone likes pink, apparently.
Apparently. So we were wrong. They apparently like Twitter, too.
So we're going to be busting that pink out May 18th.
Yep.
In Milwaukee.
Actually, we'll be busting out April 14th at the kit reveal party.
Oh, right. But I mean, on field for the first time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like a medium rare steak.
Busting the pink out.
Yep.
Reminder of that kit reveal then, it's going to be April 14th, right? Which is
correct.
A Thursday night at 6 p.m. at Kieran's downtown.
Yes.
That's going to be awesome. Come check out that the rumors are somewhat true. The concepts aren't going to be 100% realized, but it's going to be close.
It's going to be pretty close, yeah.
We're going to do a live podcast from the event. So no show. The show is going to be out next Friday. For those,
probably late Thursday night, early Friday. Sorry, maybe we'll do a little Wednesday promo drop or something.
I mean, if you care.
Yeah, if you guys care, probably not. But yeah, so we'll be doing it live from the. I almost kicked all the power cords out there. We're gonna do it live from Kieran's. So not only come down and see the new kits, but listen to us, and then maybe we'll walk around and record some fan reactions.
Yeah, and we'll drink some Summit.
We'll drink some Summit, yes, together, collectively. One Summit for all. All right, we are blessed to have Associate Head Coach Jeremy Iwaskovic in the studio today. Jeremy, please tell me I've been saying your name right the entire time.
Completely 100% incorrect.
Oh, okay. So give it to us.
Jeremy Ivashkovitz.
Okay.
The I sound like E's and the W sound like V's.
Okay. Well, hopefully you'll let me slide. But definitely want to mention that Jeremy rolled up wearing his stylish Minneapolis City scarf, which can be purchased online at mplscitysc.com in the shop.
It looks good just wearing it around town.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Thanks, fellas. Need a little bit of encouragement.
Well, thank you for coming in. We've been talking about doing this for a little while, so I'm glad we finally aligned.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
And you're kicking off the before the great Samuel Ruiz-Plaza, so he's gonna have a tough act to follow.
He's a good kid. He'll be fine.
All right. Well, Coach, can I call you Coach?
Absolutely.
All right. Tell us about your coaching background and what from that will translate to Minneapolis City this season. What are you going to bring to City?
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for having me. Actually grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and played for the famed Scott Gallagher Club, which is hence merged with Bush to form St. Louis Scott Gallagher. And never in my wildest dreams did I think I would be a coach. Never thought that was in my wheelhouse. But grew up playing and was fairly successful. Went on to play at Clemson and ACC.
Tigers.
Yeah, go Tigers. Best conference in the nation.
Soccer or just in general?
Overall, in general, definitely soccer as well as basketball.
I was going to say there's a game tonight that might decide that.
Go Carolina.
Yeah.
Hey. So grew up playing the game. Never thought I'd be a coach. Got into coaching in my mid-20s, and I started coaching club, did some high school, decided that I really enjoyed it, and was pursuing some graduate studies. Thought about pursuing a PhD and then kind of getting in coaching the back door, but had the opportunity to coach at a small school in Memphis, Tennessee, as an NAIA school, and I took it, and I haven't looked back, and bounced around, done some both on the men's side, women's side, NAIA schools, Division I. I was assistant coach for the women's team at Murray State, and now I find myself doing the men's program at Bethel, Division III here in town, and just had a fun ride so far, and I'm excited.
So what was the name of the school that gave you your big shot?
Well,
Unless you don't want to divulge who it was.
Well, it's a school called Crichton College, which has shut down since I've been there. They ran into some financial issues.
Founded by Jurassic Park author Michael Crichton.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was going to say it was a J.J. Abrams creation.
Yeah, there's a boatload of small private schools all over the nation that no one's ever heard of, and that was one of them. But it was my starting point, foot in the door, and it was a fun opportunity. Yeah.
How'd you get involved with MCSC?
Yeah, great question. So Keith and I go way back. We actually met in college. We played for the Minnesota Thunder's PDL team, the Tornado.
Oh.
And met Keith on that team, and we had a great experience. Really enjoyed the playing experience. Thought it was a fantastic opportunity for college guys to get quality games. And Keith and I recently reconnected, via Facebook and coaching circles, and he kind of ran some stuff by me that he was talking with these Stegman's guys, and they were up to some shenanigans, and so I said, I'm listening. And
That's how it always starts.
Had you heard of Stegman's before?
Yeah, in passing. I had no idea what they were about and who they were, but
We're about
me
magic.
neither.
We're about magic. Magic.
You wouldn't be the only one.
I've been impressed so far, so it's I'm happy to be a part of things.
Well, we touched briefly on how awesome Stegman's is. What about what we have going on and what you've been involved in it intrigues you about what we're doing? Is there anything that that you've seen so far that's really been like, man, this is why I got involved in this?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think there's probably two or three things. The first that jump out at me is just the idea of providing a quality experience for college kids and guys who are just maybe out of college, playing in those men's leagues to still have a high level, kind of as close to professional as we can without being professionals, providing an opportunity for these guys to continue playing. I think that's fantastic, and I want to be a part of that. I think there's a bit of community aspect that's underrated, and everybody can talk about it and say words, but it's hard to grasp. And it seems like all the guys have really good intentions, and there's not a lot of ego involved. It's more about this, hey, we want to create this super cool thing just for the sake of doing it, and that's pretty refreshing and pretty fun, to be honest. It's a fun, interesting, diverse group of people who are trying to create a cool thing, and I think that's attractive.
And this is how the Renaissance started.
Hey,
Just a fun group of people down in Italy just trying to create some cool shit.
Cool shit, man. That's what it is. So we talked about a little bit about your playing background, but definitely want to go in a little bit deeper if you want to tell us anything about your experience as a player that really stood out, maybe some memorable moments, but also what translates from your playing background into your coaching.
oh sure, yeah, I dodged that one, didn't I? No, you guys, life's a funny thing. I was more of an attacking player. Would love to keep the ball. Grew up watching. My dad was born and raised in Brazil, and I grew up watching the famous Brazilian teams in the '80s, and love possessing the ball, love knocking it around, love having fun and attacking. I was an attacking player. Love to integrate my teammates into what I was trying to do. One of my strengths as a player was trying to make everyone around me better. So as a coach, philosophically, I don't know how to park the bus. I just know how to go forward. I know how to attack. I know how to ping the ball around all over the pitch and try to exploit kind of the spaces and the gaps that the other team are giving you. So I think I'm a fun coach to play for. I think, having played at that Division I level with and against some of the best players in the nation, there's a professionalism and intentionality. At the same time, I think personality-wise, life's pretty big. Soccer's one part of it, and I think we can balance that competitive stuff with also having fun and getting after it.
Right.
Does that attacking approach translate to the types of guys that you have helped to recruit to play for Minneapolis City?
Sure, man. Subconsciously, it has to, right?
Yeah.
It seems like there's a guy we're going to be talking to soon that
Yes.
it follows the quite to the T what you're looking for in a player, and maybe yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Samo, I've kind of watched him play a couple years in high school and now followed him his freshman year of college. And he's a guy immediately whose vision I thought was phenomenal as a youth player. I thought he was seeing things, no offense to guys he's playing with, but I thought he was seeing things that other players weren't seeing. And he was putting balls into spaces that nobody else on the field saw. And so, that was pretty fun for me to see, and so I'm fired up to have him joining us.
Is there anyone else that we've signed so far that you're looking forward to coaching or to dropping some knowledge on?
All the guys, man. Put me on the spot. Can't pick one. One of the most surprising.
We have time. You can go into a couple of them.
One of the most surprising things I think for all of us involved, but us as a coaching staff specifically, is the number of quality guys who are interested in reaching out and want to be a part of it. Trying to discern and weed through and figure out what this roster looks like. Man, it's been a challenge because there's so many quality players, to be honest.
Terrible problem.
But it should translate into some fun coaching aspects. So I don't know. You're gonna hold my feet to the fire. Give me some options.
I'm gonna spin the question a little bit. Anyone that you were surprised that is in the mix now that maybe you didn't know was going to be involved through any of the tryouts or any of the combines we've had, or maybe some players are invited. So any of the, because most people in the coaching circles, like you and Keith and even Alan and our goalie coach Adam, you guys know some of these guys beforehand. Is there anyone that you didn't quite know that's in the mix now that you're like, man, I'm glad he's here, or I'm glad they're here?
Yeah, another tough question. It's put me in a tough spot here as we're still in the trial process.
He likes all of you.
I like all you boys. Yeah. You're all good quality players.
But picking out one won't mean there's a favorite.
Well, if I go with Samo just to be safe, that's my guy. But it's been fun to see some of the older guys who kind of been in the men's league for a couple of years, or guys who I've seen over the past few years in some of the college ranks as well. Grow. I know I've heard this name tossed around there quite a bit on this podcast, but Ben Wexler is a really fascinating player. He's very dynamic technically, finds spaces and pockets that he sits in that he can create out of. That I'm really fired up to see him playing with some of these college kids, and how he can play off of some of the more dynamic, fast, strong, the Matthew Guays and the Forsgrens and the guys who he can maybe sit underneath and kind kind of cause some damage.
Sure.
Playing with.
It sounds like he's the kind of player that plays off of the level of players that are around him. It seems like first couple times we saw him, he was with a lot of these guys that are just, cold off the street. So he'll play, to that level and do a couple impressive things. And now, you throw him in the mix with the college kids when they're back from spring break, and he really turns his game up. Do you get a similar impression?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm excited to watch him play with these guys as they come back. There's eight other guys who I'm excited to see play with. Hey, bring some of these guys back. And I know some of the names you guys have mentioned. AJ Albers and Trey coming back from spring break. I wasn't able to attend that one session, but I've heard nothing but quality things about those guys. So, ideally, as these guys come back and we start integrating more of these college kids, everybody raising their game together, I think is the goal. And I think we've got some players who can do that.
Yeah, how do you see these guys? They're playing all over the country. You've got Samuel in Pennsylvania, Will's in Indiana or Illinois, I'm sorry. You've got Sam they're all over the place, right? Wisconsin, right? So they're living all over the place. How do you see them coming back in the first, couple weeks, for 1, 2, 3 weeks in May and gelling? What's your approach going to be for those first couple games?
Yeah, it's a great question. I'm going to deflect to Coach Kicker.
Yeah, there you go.
But
the trump card.
I'm sure he's got a plan, right?
Yeah.
No, and that's going to be the biggest challenge is how quickly can we integrate these guys together. They're all quality players. They all understand the game. They're all coming from programs that are run by quality coaches. To be honest, one of the coolest things about the last 15, 20 years is just the explosion of quality coaches at every level. D1 through D3, there's guys running good sessions day in and day out and running programs that are really quite professionally run. So no doubt that they're going to be ready. It's just going to be a matter of how can we help these guys communicate? How can we help them learn how each other play? What are their strengths and weaknesses? And just how the puzzle pieces all fit together. And that's the challenge. And that's what Keith and Alan and I and Pribble and all these guys have.
I would completely agree with you. I don't think that there's the skill sets and just the know-how on the field is going to be the issue. It's going to be getting these guys used to each other. Whether it's we'll start off with names.
Yeah.
here's so and so who you're gonna be playing with all summer. He'll be right next to you. You might want to get to know each other a little bit. But you're right. It's the communication and learning each other's style of play because you can't just be successful with an all-star team at any level, really, unless you're playing another all-star team, which we're not. We're playing against teams that have kind of cultivated over years or months prior to what we had the ability or were afforded to. So I think you're 100% correct. The communication is going to be number one. Once that falls into place, we're just going to be winning games and scoring goals.
So, I guess, right? That's like the classic sports answer is like, man, I'm just trying to win some games, score some runs.
Yeah, right.
Make some baskets. Yeah, anything to help the team win.
Like to thank my parents.
So I'm new to the semi-pro soccer scene, right? So this is just my impression, but my impression is that the fan base of City is shaping up to be a little different than what I thought when I would hear about semi-pro soccer. I'm thinking you hear that Minneapolis City is going to draw more from the community, more from the neighborhood, and less from players' girlfriends or their out of shape buddies that just want to show up and drink beer, right?
Or just general Stegman's guys,
right? Or just the Stegman's dudes, right? So what would you say to the everyday fan in Minneapolis, just someone that lives off of Lake and Cedar, that loves soccer, that might want to get on board with heading over to the barnyard a few Saturdays?
Yeah, I would say come on out. That kind of goes into what I was saying about these guys, Stegman's guys, being able to create something cool. You've got a really fascinating, interesting group of these ad guys, right, who have this vision and this idea, which is pretty seductive, like I said. And so I think it's a phenomenal idea that is taking shape, I think, way faster than anybody kind of could have imagined. So whether or not you have kids, whether or not you're single, married, it doesn't matter. There's a place for you at the table, I think. And, just knowing some of these guys in their hearts, hey, hanging out with your kid after a game, giving them a high five, doing a clinic before the game, it fits in the wheelhouse of who these guys are as people. And I think from a coaching standpoint and an organization standpoint, I feel like we're pretty fun, outgoing. Let's kind of get after a bunch of guys who also keep it in perspective and context as appropriate. And we know we're not, professionals here. We're trying to do something.
We're semi-professionals.
We're semi-professionals, trying to do quality stuff, but at the end of the day, hey, let's relax and hang out and have a beverage after the game.
Yeah.
Right.
So as the at-game experience and the pre-game, post-game experience kind of over there at South is getting, is getting put together and finalized, is that something that you envision, that maybe there are pre-game clinics for neighborhood kids? There's some post-game outreach kind of stuff.
Absolutely. That's the word on the street. That's the rumors that I'm hearing. So
That would be really cool.
I mean, I'm more than happy to step in and tell you guys.
Oh, you guys, there's some plannings going on?
Yeah, I mean, there was actually
in the boardroom.
There's actually a meeting before we started the podcast. There's a lovely visual up on the wall there. But no, yes, we will be having clinics for folks in the community, discounting tickets so the kids can get in and see some high quality soccer and be coached by guys like Jeremy and Keith and some of the players and see that soccer at a high level is a thing, and it's not just a game. It can be played at multiple different levels other than the playground or on a Saturday morning.
I mean, that's great for kids that might live in the neighborhood that don't have $1,500, $2,500 a year or a season to spend on,
right,
MTA.
Right.
No offense to MTA or St. Croix Academy.
Yeah, right. It's not for everybody.
Nope,
Right.
can't be.
Well, before I dive into my last question here before the speed round, do you or do you not like Kyle Beckerman? It's a pre-speed round.
Is he on speed dial?
Yeah.
not at all. John and I have had some discussions about our mutual friend Kyle Beckerman. I don't know Kyle Beckerman. I have no.
You know enough about him.
I have no qualms, no grudges to hold. We played each other a handful of times when I was in college. He was a member of the U17 national team. We scrimmaged them 3 or 4 times.
Did he have dreads back then?
He did. Yep.
What? It's like a life choice.
He was like born with them. He's like Predator.
He is a predator. So the way he had him on Tuesday, though, that it was hard on the field to distinguish between him and Graham Zusi.
Yeah.
Who actually did really well. So I was like, I don't know who to boo. So I had to kind of hold back, and he didn't do terribly.
I don't even want to talk about it. I will if you want me to. But I won't. So that was just a quick drop in there. No, last question before we hit the speed round here is looking at our schedule. Is there a one can't miss match you're looking forward to, or are there ones you think fans should really come out and see, or they're going to enjoy? Kind of a multiple prong question there, maybe a couple different answers in there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I think first home game might be a fun one to check out. Check out the energy, the buzz. I don't know enough about our opponents. Obviously, Minnesota United, the reserves. That could be a fun one, both when we host them or at Eastridge. I know that could get pretty spirited, as most of these guys probably know each other.
It's one circled on each individual player's calendar. Probably.
Yeah, for the players. I know for some of our friends in management, those trips to the other state over there, Wisconsin. Yeah. There's some big games.
First one.
So. I think this first year there's quite a few big games. I don't know if you'd want to miss any of them.
The answer was they're all big.
Yeah.
They're all big.
So you can even jump in the caravan, right?
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, spots are filling up. They're almost sold out. We are subsidizing travel and hotel rooms to Milwaukee for our May 21st matchup against the Bavarians. There'll be some travel down there. Like I said, lodging, a pregame party with discounted drinks at a local establishment, free transportation to and from that. So players, not players, but people who come along on the trip can get nice and tuned up and ready to cheer on the old black and white or black and pink that day.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's better to go to Milwaukee. If you've never been or don't go that often, go with a bunch of people that at least you're going to be hanging around with for the game, right? Instead of just kind of stumbling through town trying to figure out where the stadium is.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you're going to be pointed in the right direction. All right, so that's all we have from a general question standpoint. Speed round time.
Let's turn on the speed.
I asked everybody, are you ready? Would you like to stretch, some water, anything?
I believe so. Let's do this.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, you all should know by now, because if you don't know, now you know. Speed round consists of 10 questions. I will ask you 10 questions. Please come up with the first answer you have. If you take a while, we will wait, and we will not go to the next question until you answer the previous one.
No sitting in silence awkwardly.
No, you can. Duncan did it.
Makes for bad podcasting.
Yeah, just dead air.
Let's do it.
Okay, favorite moment as a player?
Winning the ACC championship my junior year.
Anything stand out on that? You score like a big game winner or anything?
I actually broke my face that game. I got elbowed in the orbital socket and barely remember the game, but it was just enough to make me happy. So we beat Duke, which is always fun.
Yeah. Beating them at anything is great. Next one. Favorite moment as a coach?
Wow, I'm not sure I have one. I struggle with favorites. Ask my wife. I don't have favorite colors of candy either.
I was going to say, never mind.
Yeah.
No, favorite moment as a coach. Man, to be honest, every day I get to coach these kids is a gift, and I know you're going to make fun of me for that, but I mean it. I coach some amazing kids, and senior days are always special for me. When these guys have been through the program and we get to kind of honor them, I think that's a pretty cool thing.
Now you guys know who I got my soccer as a gift line from. 100% true. Okay, this one needs a little bit of attention. A mom and dad have 4 daughters. Each daughter has a brother. How many people are in the family? I'll read it again if you need it. So a mom and a dad, so parents, have 4 daughters. Each of the daughters has a brother. How many people are in the family?
Well, it could be just one brother, so there's 5 kids and 2 parents is 7.
Nice.
Is that your final answer?
I think that should be my final answer.
That is correct.
That's a good one.
That is correct. Okay. See, now we're heating up here. Who has better soccer hair? The photo of our next guest, Samuel Ruiz-Plaza, in his Messiah team photo, or Minneapolis City Technical Director Alan Merrick's 70s hair?
Wow. I don't know that picture.
Do we have an image of that to put up on the webpage?
I mean,
there's got to be.
It's got to be a toss-up.
Can we make him the header image for our podcast page?
Is it whose mullet is more mullet-ish?
Yeah, I think that's
Is that what's at play?
So for those of you, sorry for a little bit of dead air here. Here's Samuel.
Legendary.
And then now here's, I'm already laughing.
Samuel's got a mullet with some lines cut into the side.
Yeah.
A little bit longer on the top.
And here is
Little party in the back.
Alan Merrick.
Alan looks like Burt Reynolds.
With longer hair though. So the question, which one's better? Who has better flow?
Both Flo, legendary. I think Coach Merrick's stash might take it though.
Yeah,
Tip the
that
scales.
stash is thick. He looks like Turd Ferguson.
And the funny thing is, if you this is a whole like tangent. Played for Team America.
Go Team America.
F
Yeah. Okay, so you're going with Technical Director Alan Merrick by a stash.
Done.
What's your favorite hobby outside of soccer?
Whoa. I enjoy...
Do you not have any time outside?
I don't have much. I really enjoy reading. I also like cooking, words with friends, and hanging out with my family.
I like how you said, I don't know, and then you named like 5 quick things.
Yeah, because I can't choose one.
Right, exactly. Not good at favorites.
Not good at
Which
favorites.
rolls us into the next one. What's your favorite movie?
John sucks. And no, I again struggle. Give me top 5. I could come up with some, but I'll go with Braveheart.
Braveheart?
Nice.
Right, all right, I like that one. Okay. Would you rather have a sure thing of $10,000 or a 50-50 chance at $1 million?
50-50, 1 million.
Yeah, you got it. Nice, I like that. Okay, pick one. 442-352-4231.
4231.
Okay. I kind of had an idea that you were going to go down the circle.
Always contextual though. It depends on my personnel.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Stegman, as you know, was the coach of Chairman Hoodman and I when we were kids. He's the namesake for the club that powers Minneapolis City and kind of where everything started. Do you remember us telling you what he looked like? Please describe what Mr. Stegman looks like to me, to us, to everyone.
I have a terrible memory. I believe you said he was possibly an old Italian or Greek or some type of
Mediterranean.
I'm going to keep going.
German.
Before
I'm going to say Bavarian.
Okay, so you think he's a Bavarian. I'm going to draw what I
Could
think
be shorter. Possibly some ridiculous Flo, and clearly a mustache. He might have worn short softball shorts while he coached you.
Is that your final answer?
I completely apologize to you, Mr. Segment, if you
just drew
listen to
Bob's
this.
Burgers, by the way, on your paper.
I wasn't listening. I was drawing Alan.
Oh,
You are correct in a few things. He was German. He had a glorious mustache. He wore short soccer shorts, Umbros, the short
Yes,
shadow box
the
Umbros.
classic Umbros.
Yep, and I would have also wore Sambas with running socks, with the short running socks. And I would have also accepted he knew nothing about soccer. And just was blessed with the fact that everyone in the area was good at soccer, and he was just thought he was the best because we never lost. So I'll give you a 79% on that one.
I'll take it.
it's good enough.
Okay. So last question. What is the one thing you do when nobody's watching?
What?
Maybe read Deadspin?
Deadspin. That's your
Wow, when nobody's watching.
It's your guilty pleasure?
Yeah, I think that's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, it's mine too.
I'm kind of lame, but I'll take it.
I do it at work.
Yep. So, and me too, but I've got an open concept office, so everybody's always watching me read that.
Yeah. It's like reading the article about Wambach today. It was I'm reading a DUI article in front of everyone. Sweet.
It's important news, man.
Research. You're researching.
Right, yeah, researching. Yeah. All right. Well, Jeremy, thank you so much for coming in. Hopefully the speed run wasn't too hard. I know everyone gets nervous about it, but we really look forward to the season and all the things that you and the rest of the staff are going to be doing.
Thanks for having me. Very excited as well.
Yeah, thank you. So we're here with MCSC midfielder Samuel Ruiz-Plaza. Is it Samuel or Samuel? You've pronounced it.
Or do
you like Sam?
Technically, it's Samuel because that's the Spanish pronunciation. But in America, we go by Samuel most of the time. My closer friends call me Samo, but Samuel is perfect.
Samuel, all right, I like it. So tell us where you're from and your playing background. So, here you started off in Minnesota. Where'd you go to high school? Where'd you play club ball, that sort of thing?
Well, I was born and raised here in Woodbury, Minnesota, right outside of St. Paul. And growing up, I started with Bangor and that. And then when Bangor transformed to Minnesota Thunder Academy, I had the chance to go and play with Minnesota Thunder Academy, but I decided not to, and I just played at Woodbury Soccer Club, just a local club. And then my 8th grade year, we moved to Spain. And there I was playing on a second division, academy team there. The team from the town I was with, I lived in, and I played there for a year. And I would probably say that was my most pivotal, important year soccer-wise. That's where I grew the most as a player. And I really started to take soccer more seriously and find a real passion for it. We only lived in Spain for a year, and then we moved back to the United States. And I played 4 years at Eastridge High School. Played varsity 4 years, and then I played
the mascot there.
The Raptors.
Go Raptors.
Yeah. So played there 4 years. And then I also played 4 years for St. Croix Academy, just premier club team from right out of Stillwater. So, and now I just finished up my freshman season at Messiah College, D3 soccer out in Pennsylvania. So, yeah.
So, let's rewind back to Spain a little bit. Was there anything that you learned or that you picked up while you were there that translated to your playing style or to your game today?
I mean, definitely, I think they put a huge emphasis on just being extremely technical, doing all the small things perfectly, and just keeping the ball and treasuring the ball and just possession. So I think my time there, I became a very technical player. I improved technically quite a bit, and I also my style of play transformed into more a possession style where I just like to pass the ball instead of dribble. I just like to knock it around and look to keep the ball rather than always to go forward. So I think that is what I picked up in Spain. Also played a lot of futsal. So I think small-sided helped me a lot in tight spaces, being able to keep the ball. I think they put a huge emphasis on being technical. My technical games probably grew a lot while I was in Spain.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about Messiah College. So you said you're out in Pennsylvania. What made you choose Messiah, and maybe were there any other schools that were in the mix?
Oh, yeah, there definitely was. I mean, starting off, like, when I started my recruiting process, fall of my junior year, I was mostly looking just to play Division I soccer. Didn't even consider, like, D2 or D3. And there was, like, certainly some schools that were interested. I had some interest from small D1 schools like University of Nebraska, Omaha. Had some interest from SIUE and also, like, Bucknell out in Pennsylvania. But then around March of my junior year, so spring of my junior year, I heard about Messiah. And then when I heard about them, I like checked them online, saw like the history. They're a really good program. Watched some of their highlight tapes. They looked like they played some really good soccer. 10 national championships in the last 14 years at the time. Once I saw that, I had like a strong desire to go there. So emailed the coach. And since Minnesota, Pennsylvania, they weren't really coming out to the Midwest to watch me play, and we weren't going to any tournaments on the East Coast where they would be at. So if I really wanted to go there, I'd have to go to a camp. So I decided to go to their ID camp, and I showed pretty well, and the coach was pretty interested in me. And then like I like started the recruiting process with them, and then at the same time, I became interested in Wheaton College out in Illinois, another top 25 D3 program. And they saw me play at a showcase down in Iowa, and they became interested. So in September, I went out to Wheaton, visited it, and then I also went out to Messiah the next weekend. And I had an unbelievable experience at Messiah. I really like what they're about, like not only being great on the field, but also off the field, like building character and everything like that. I love the guys here. Like, it's an unbelievable environment. And after my visit there, I was like blown away, and it was a pretty easy decision for me to go to Messiah.
So tell us a little bit about the on the field stuff this season. So you were all region and all Midwest, correct?
Yeah.
And that's as a freshman. So that's regardless of the division, that's impressive.
Uh-huh.
So tell us a little more about the style of play and how well you thought it went your freshman year, and what you look forward to moving forward.
So my freshman year, I was coming in with expectation that I was just going to ride the bench, not play very much. And definitely preseason was tough at first. It's the change from high school to college is unbelievable. Just the change of pace, physicality, like the demand of everything has to be like, there's a much higher standard for everything. Like your touch, everything has to be pristine when you're playing. So definitely I struggled at first, but once I found my groove, I definitely became very comfortable in the center defensive mid position. Like I would say we play with a 6 and 8, and I would say I was more the 8. I was more the creative. I was a little higher up the field than our 6, who held a little more. And I really enjoyed playing this season. The style of play is phenomenal at Messiah. Just knocking the ball around, possessing teams, keeping them locked in their half, and just knocking it around in their half, and creating scoring opportunities. I think I did a good job keeping the ball. I mean, I don't know. I really enjoyed like playing with them because I enjoy the possession style soccer, and that's what we have here at Messiah.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know.
So moving past college, tell us a little bit more about how you got in the mix with Minneapolis City.
So I think, I don't know exactly when, but I got a text from Jeremy, the assistant coach here, mm-hmm. and I knew him through the head coach at Bethel University, and my mom teaches at Bethel. So I got in touch with Jeremy, and because I was like also interested in Bethel and going there, so I got in touch with Jeremy, and we connected pretty well. And I just got a text from him one day. He's asking me if I would like to play on a summer team with some college guys from Minnesota. He didn't really have many details at the time, but he was just telling me that they're looking to put a team together with some of the top college players in Minnesota. And like the moment he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm for sure 100% in. And then I got to know a little bit more about Minneapolis City through, I think it was Dan. He told me a little more. I got to see it, and I don't know. I'm really excited. It looks like you guys are doing awesome things, and I'm really excited for the summer and to get to to play.
It's pretty hard not to want to come back and play when you get to see how badass we are going to be this summer. So
Yeah, it looks like you got a lot of good players. So it's gonna be fun to get to compete with the guys and train and get to play with them.
When do you come home? When are you able to get back into the mix?
First week of May, hopefully. I think May 8th, May 7th, around the first week of May, I'll be home. Finals are that time, so right after finals, I'm heading home, and I think we have like scrimmage the 14th down in
Des Moines.
Down Des Moines against the Des Moines Menace. Good team.
Correct. Well, we're excited to have you come back in.
I'm very excited to play. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be great experience.
Cool, man. So you've played with some of these guys before, right? You played with Will Kidd, who we talked to a couple weeks ago. You played with him at St. Croix Academy. Are there any other players that you know have been signed to City that you're excited to play with, maybe for the first time, or that you've played with before?
I only played with Will Kidd. I think it's one of the wingers, Emmanuel or something like that.
Yeah, Emmanuel Kushin.
I think he used to play at St. Croix on a higher age team, so I've gotten to play against him. And I've heard a lot of good things about Sam Forsgren. So I'm very excited to get to play with him and probably get to learn a lot. I've seen a lot of players that you signed, a lot of D1 players, so I'm just excited to get to play with them, get to keep playing at a high level and learn from them.
Cool, man. So first season of the new team, what are your goals as far as performance goes, and what are your goals for, like, what would you hope to see the team develop into over the course of the summer?
I think some personal goals would probably be to get some nice minutes and be able to have a presence in the midfield. That's something that I would like to be able to help the team keep the ball, orchestrate attack, just like work hard and just give it everything. As a team, it looks like we've got a lot of good players. It looks like the competition is going to be pretty tough, so I think some good goals would be to do well in the league and hopefully make it to the PLA tournament. And
there's an end of the year tournament.
See what we can do there and take it game by game. I think we have a young team and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've said this a lot. That's probably the most exciting thing about Minneapolis City is that not only is it a super talented team, but it's a lot of young dudes who can really build for the future. I'm just excited to get a good fan base out. Like, can you imagine once these guys start performing on field, how it's just the atmosphere is gonna be awesome.
Right, and I think too, for me, it's not necessarily just the youth; it's the mixture of players that we have with a little bit more experience playing in the third tier of United States professional soccer. So guys that can come in and can really be the maturity spine, if you will, to take guys like you under their wing. Yeah. To show the ropes of what this level's like and what other levels are like. We want nothing more than all of our younger players coming back from their first or second year in college and in 2 or 3 years playing at a higher level than us, so we can really showcase that we're truly a pipeline to kicking out pros, which would be great.
I love your metaphors, dude. The maturity spine.
Well, yeah.
All right, Samuel. So we got to ask. Tell us about that Flo, man. What's going on your picture on the Messiah website?
Well, I usually have pretty long hair, and there's a tradition that when the freshmen come in at Messiah, they get their head shaved. It's just kind of tradition that's been going along for many years. I mean, ever since it's been a tradition that's been going on for a long time. And so I came in with a lot of hair, and sorry about that. I came in with a lot of hair, and a lot of guys on the team were like, "Dude, you have to do the Patrick Kane mullet for pictures." I mean, I don't think I ended up looking like Patrick Kane. I looked more like some guy from they said, what's the movie? Princess Bride, I think.
Oh, Inigo Montoya.
Yeah.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah.
So. The day of the head shaving, instead of shaving my head, they gave me that haircut for pictures. And I don't know, it looked pretty gnarly. There's a lot of haters, but a lot of people loved it too. I'm looking to bring it back next season.
We think you should bring it back for the summer.
Hopefully the hair's long enough then.
Well, that's a pretty mild freshman ritual.
Yeah.
What are some of the worst sports teams you think as far as like hazing the new guys? I'm thinking like probably hockey. Swimming gets real weird from what I've heard.
I bet lacrosse. Lacrosse does some crazy things, I bet.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Lacrosse, hockey,
I just hear like nothing but bad things about like bad band, like rogue hazing.
like for the first time in their lives, these kids finally have some power over somebody.
That's so mean. So mean.
They'll fear my trombone playing this time. All right. That's it. I think it's speed around time, right?
Yeah, speed around time. Are you ready? Do you need like to take a break? Need to stretch? Need some water or anything? Because we're gonna turn up the heat a little bit here.
Just attack it.
or do we attack it? Okay, so speed round consists of 10 questions. If you could say the first answer that comes to your mind as quickly as possible.
All right.
If you need to take a little bit, that's cool. But you got to get through it before we go on to the next question.
All right.
So, are you ready?
Yeah, I hope so.
Have you locked the door just so no one comes in?
There's no lock on this door, but no worries.
All right. So, first question. We just talked about hair. Who's got the greatest hair in pro soccer?
Pirlo.
Pirlo. Okay.
That's the second
Pirlo, yeah. I think Will said Pirlo for his favorite player.
Mm-hmm.
Are you related to Aubrey Plaza? And if you aren't, would dating her feel weird?
No, and I don't know who that is.
April Ludgate from Parks and Rec.
Watch Parks and Rec?
I have seen it before. I mean, if you give me the hair color, I might know who it is.
She's got dark hair. Look her up. She's pretty hot.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I definitely would. She's a nice looking gal.
All right. Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Iron Man or Captain America?
Iron Man.
So Batman or Iron Man?
Iron Man.
Okay. What should your nickname be this summer?
Flozil.
Flozil. I'm gonna write that down quick. Best soccer moment?
I would say scoring my first collegiate goal on homecoming in front of like 5,000 fans and in front of my parents.
Nice.
Scored a banger in the upper 90.
I believe I saw that on the internet.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Many more of those, hopefully, this summer. What's your pre-game ritual? You have any superstitions?
Yes, I always take a shower. I always dry my body completely. Make sure my feet are extremely dry. Left sock, right sock. Left shin guard, right shin guard. Left cleat, right cleat. And then when I hop onto the field, I take 3 hops with my left foot before I get on the field.
That is highly specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a weird dude when it comes to game time.
I personally do the left sock, right sock, left shin guard, left shoe, right shoe. So that's not that weird. But taking a shower and making sure that every body part is dry, that just sounded weird. That just sounded weird.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I should have just specific. My feet need to be dry, or else it's weird.
Yeah.
All right, this one's gonna be tough. Sing us a song that best describes you.
This one is tough. I just don't have many songs memorized. Just give me a moment here.
Oh, take your time.
You can just make one up too.
All right. 'Cause you're the best around. No one's ever gonna take you down.
Nice. For those of you who don't know, we're doing this via Skype today. If you could have seen the facial expression, it was incredible. What player do you model your game after?
I like to say Luka Modric.
Luka Modric. Also great hair.
Yeah, he's got some luscious locks.
Have you ever had a coach melt down on you on the field for something you've done, or off the field, but as a result of something? If so, what happened?
Well, freshman year here, I got roasted quite a bit. I took a self pass, like a touch backwards, and it was a little heavier than I wanted it to be. And I got Samuel, you just lost his 80 yards. So yeah.
Did you tell your coach it's the wrong type of football?
No, I just said sorry.
All right, last question. Can we hold a fan vote to vote for your summer hairstyle?
For sure. Absolutely.
All right. Well, that was the speed round. Samuel, thank you so much for being on with us today. Hopefully, Skype wasn't too hard to overcome any barriers via communication. But we're looking forward to having you back in the mix. Getting back in around a month.
Yeah.
It's coming up now.
Yeah, a little over a month. Getting the big Flozil into the mix.
Oh yes.
Cool. All right, Samuel Ruiz-Plaza, thank you so much for joining us, man. We will talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, Sam.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yep, bye.
All right, take care.
All right, well, wasn't that a pleasant show, folks? Next week, we're coming at you on Friday with a show recorded at the Kit Reveal. It'll probably be up later in the week.
Yeah,
probably like late Thursday. But we will not be on Wednesday unless we decide to put a little teaser out there. Maybe we will. I don't know. But don't miss the action. Minneapolis City will be around town for more details of kind of where we're going. We've got a lot of watch parties at the Nomad and the Local.
Yeah.
Both Nate and I were at both of those this weekend. It was a great time. Sold a lot of memberships. Met a lot of people. Handed out a lot of stickers and sold some scarves and stuff. It was great. But for more details on that stuff, you can follow us on Twitter or you can go to our website, which we'll be giving you those in a second. Also, we have a friendly versus Shattuck DA. Coming up this weekend, so we'll give you some reactions on how that went. But we also destroyed our 50 club members platform, so go buy one. They did go up, but you can still become a member. You get tickets to all the home matches. You get a membership scarf. You get to have a voice in the club and Club Matters. A lot of things to do there when you're a member. But most importantly, you can come to our games and have fun. Bring your friends. Always, thank you to Summit, the official craft beer sponsor of the People's Pitch. They are celebrating their 30th anniversary this year. Stop down in the brewery and fill your belly up with some suds, or check them out online at summitbrewing.com. Also, please feel free to hit us up with any questions, comments, or concerns like Mr. Matthew Ellenberger did at mcscpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, like I had mentioned before, at MPLSCitySC. You can follow Nate at Mexinate or myself at JONNYBIZZNESS. That's 2 N's, 2 Z's, 2 S's.
Yeah.
Last week we paid our homage to Mr. Fife Dog and had a little bit of Tribe Called Quest, but this week we are back after a 1-week hiatus with Go Get 'Em Tiger, our house band, who will soon be releasing new music. So, until then, we are here with their hit, Kicks on a Wire. I have been John.
I'm Nate.
And we thank you for listening to us.
See you guys next week.
All right, bye.